Thank you for being with us. I'm Raphael James. Newly released information in the case of a former Charleston County School District administrator who is already facing charges of solicitation of a minor. Well, we've learned Matthew Robert Jordan is now also accused of using his district position to facilitate the conduct and cover it all up. Live 5's investigative reporter Emily Johnson breaking it down now for us, the information behind the charges that Jordan is right now facing. And Emily, before we can get into the specifics really of the allegations, exactly what was his role at the Charleston County School District?
Raphael, at the time of his initial 2022 arrest, Matthew Jordan was CCSD's Director of Business Intelligence. Court documents state that Jordan was communicating with who he believed to be a 14-year-old female child and traveled to meet her for sex. But now we've learned that last November, Jordan was charged with misconduct in office, which related to those original 2022 charges. Court documents state that Jordan utilized his office to facilitate his solicitation of a minor and falsified district documents to hide his misconduct. A termination letter from the district exclusively obtained by Live 5 Investigates states Jordan's arrest took place during usual business hours and he appeared to be away from the office under false pretenses. The letter goes on to say, quote, "Your responsibilities as Director of Business Intelligence require you to serve schools when students are present. However, the district in good faith cannot allow you to execute those duties due to the nature of the allegations against you," end quote. At the time of Jordan's original arrest, it was not connected or public that he was an employee of CCSD. Also in November of this year, Jordan denied a plea deal offered by the Attorney General's office and is now scheduled to go to trial. All three of his charges are still pending according to the public index, and Jordan is currently out of jail on bond. CCSD was asked if Jordan was using district technology to contact minors, and they responded saying, quote, "We are not aware of the former employee using CCSD equipment related to the crimes that he was charged with. We can confirm that the district cooperated with law enforcement and produced his devices as part of the investigation," end quote. For Live 5 Investigates, I'm Emily Johnson.